Something I've been harping about for a long time. AFC, how long have I been talking about mom's boyfriend? And I've been a boyfriend and been in situations where women didn't feel comfortable bringing their children around right away. And I totally understand that. I actually advocate for that. And in some cases, I just flat out say, like, if you don't need to bring your children around the man, don't bring your children around the man. Or definitely don't just leave them with him like, hey, I'm about to go to work. And then that man is supposed to be the babysitter just because you're dating that man. So I understand it from a lot of different perspectives. Like, I'm okay with meeting the kids. They know who you're dating, who you're seeing. But I think you should really keep the interactions kind of low. Because in this world, we just live in a very dangerous world. And I definitely respect mothers who are very, very cautious with their babies for this reason. Getting this story from people.com, so thank you for the article. But before we get into this hashtag mom's boyfriend, let me give a disclaimer about my content. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And unfortunately, I have to give Texas another L. Look at that. I could almost make an L again. When I had my hand broken when I had my accident last year. We're actually coming up on the year anniversary of my accident, by the way. So Texas. There were three teenagers, and I'm getting this story from people.com, so thank you for the article. Three teenagers are dead after a 38-year-old man, and it took forever to find his pictures, and the news finally released it. We actually had his pictures prior to that. But a 38-year-old man killed them, then sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl in the same house before killing himself. I guess let's skip past that part. But the fact that you don't even want to face the consequences, face the repercussions of your actions for taking advantage of an underage baby's her body, her sanctity, her innocence. I'm a father of girls, and I will never understand this. And I promise you, it makes me mad every single time I think about these clowns. Like, it just makes you want to just take something and just go across his face with it to take advantage of these babies. Like, you shouldn't even have access to children like this, especially when they don't belong to you. So to the mothers, to the fathers, to the single parent household people out there, man, you can't be leaving your children with these people that you are in relationships with. It's not a safe thing to do. You need a babysitter. You got to go to work. You got to go out of town. Whatever the hell you need to do, find a suitable babysitter. Stop leaving your boyfriends and your girlfriends around these kids. They're your kids. Please be more responsible with them. I beg of you. Now, authorities say that 38-year-old Humberto Valdez-Saldana, spelled Saldana, killed 19-year-old Sayuri Gill, who was 6 months pregnant. That makes me wonder, if she's 6 months pregnant, who was she pregnant by? Some dude her age, or was she pregnant by this damn fool of mom's boyfriend? Makes you wonder. And her younger sister, 13-year-old Melanie Torres, on Saturday night. Now, according to ABC 13, the third victim was identified by her family as 14-year-old Leisha Perez, who lived in Galena Park neighborhood and was friends with the teen. Valdez-Saldana was the boyfriend of Sayuri and Melanie's mother, who was not at home at the time of the murders. Shout out to my ladies out there. Shout out to my mothers out there. And I know a lot of good mothers out there are going to feel where I'm coming from. And what I need is to pray for our mothers in America, for you guys to come together and come to this conclusion that we are not going to just leave our children with somebody that we're dating for any reason. And think about this. These are all girls still under, still kind of under the cloak of being children in a household, not quite grown. And some definitely not, like not even in the pubescent stage yet. You don't trust a man to not violate that. Not your boyfriend. A husband, that makes him legally their father at that point. I think that makes a difference. But if you're not going to even be married to them, they definitely shouldn't be around your kids like that and be leaving them at home like this by themselves. I just think we got to stop doing that. After this man killed the 3 teenagers, he sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl, then told her to run away. She was able to grab a 1-year-old from the home who was unharmed and flee the house with her. After a neighbor's security camera caught a glimpse of the 2 children, the neighbor called authorities. Another neighbor told the outlet that she wrapped the 12-year-old who was unclothed. Whoa. She wrapped the 12-year-old who was unclothed in blankets along with the 1-year-old until authorities arrived. Before law enforcement arrived on the scene, Valdez-Saldana fatally shot himself. A motive for the killings has not been released. They were happy girls, and they were always smiling. Even when I was feeling bad, they always had a positive comment. Always, both of them. Now, there was a GoFundMe that was set up. Let me see if I can pull that GoFundMe up here real quick. Y'all bear with me, because I don't think I took a screenshot of it, but I can pull it up for you real quick. Give me just a second. Where is that GoFundMe at? Right here. So let me, boom. You know what? Actually, I did actually take a screenshot of it, but it's okay. I'll do another one. Because I want to blow it up on the screen anyway. Here's the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe is being asked to the tune of $20,000. $20,000. They've already collected $12,533. And again, I want you guys to remember that I am not against GoFundMe and people putting up GoFundMes when tragedies happen, but I'm more of an advocate for life insurance. And it don't seem like anybody had any life insurance on any of these children, man. But it's really, really sad. If you guys want to donate, you saw the GoFundMe there. If you're experiencing domestic violence, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-7233 or go to thehotline.org. All calls are toll-free and confidential. The hotline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in more than 170 languages. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. If you guys would, do me a favor. We want to try to get a thumb up for everybody watching, so please hit that thumbs up and share this video. More people can see it if we do, okay? Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this.
The more recent tragedy was a murder-suicide. It ended with 4 people dead, including 3 teenage girls.
Tonight, they were remembered in a vigil held by those who loved them. KPRC 2's Rochelle Turner attended that vigil. She's live now from the family's home in Galena Park. Rochelle.
See on Bill, this entire community, this area was packed with people from the community and family members remembering those victims. Just behind me, you can still see a small crowd here. They were praying and giving their respects to the family. Today, we spoke to the victim's aunt, who said that they are heartbroken, but they have received so much love from the community. Tragedy in Galena Park. Loved ones and community members held a vigil to remember 3 teens who were taken too soon.
Sad. In shock.
Susie Villafranco says 2 of the victims were her nieces. The teen's mother, Lily, stood next to her with a broken heart.
She's not doing well.
19-year-old Sayuri Gill and 13-year-old Melanie Torres were sisters. The 2, along with 14-year-old Elijah Perez, who was their neighbor and friend, were shot and killed in a murder-suicide. Sayuri was 6 months pregnant.
They were so happy. They were happy girls.
Detectives say the shooter was the boyfriend of the sister's mother and had grown jealous. Investigators say the 38-year-old sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl and told her to leave.
Always leave. She's not doing good.
Surveillance cameras captured a gunshot coming from a home in Galena Park. The 12-year-old girl heard in the video was able to save a 1-year-old baby.
I heard gunshots last night about 10:30 because I have cameras, as you can see, on this tree here and then all over the house. I saw someone run down the road there, so I got up.
Now the family is keeping the victims' memories alive through pictures. They're trying to process why something like this happened.
They're happy. They were happy girls. They're always smiling. Even if I feel bad, they always have a positive comment.
And the 13-year-old victim, Melanie Torres, was a 6th grade student at Galena Park Middle School. The district did release a statement saying they are saddened by the 2 tragic events that happened last night and earlier this week. School leaders will be offering counseling services for staff and students who need help. If you would like to help the family, you can look for this story on our website at click2houston.com. Reporting live in Galena Park, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.
The more recent tragedy was a murder-suicide. It ended with 4 people dead, including 3 teenage girls.
Tonight, they were remembered in a vigil held by those who loved them. KPRC 2's Rochelle Turner attended that vigil. She's live now from the family's home in Galena Park. Rochelle.
Well, new on Live at 5, we're learning more about how a brave 12-year-old girl escaped after being sexually assaulted in a...
Tonight, the families of 3 teen girls are mourning after a murder-suicide in Galena Park.
Deputies say a man killed his girlfriend's 2 daughters and their friend. Investigators say that man also sexually assaulted a 12-year-old in the home before killing himself. Maria Aguilera joins us from Galena Park, where these families are now planning 3 funerals. Maria.
It's devastating. These families are in shock, struggling to come to terms with this tragedy after so much was taken from them. A disturbing incident that has left 2 families and a community grieving. The Harris County Sheriff's Department says 3 teenagers were shot and killed by a 38-year-old man who then shot himself.
Makes no sense. It's all senseless and it's very tragic.
Family identified the teens as 19-year-old Sayuri Gil, who was 6 months pregnant, her sister, 13-year-old Melanie Torres, and a family friend, 14-year-old Elijah Perez. Officials said a 12-year-old girl reported she was sexually assaulted by her mom's boyfriend. The suspect allegedly told her to leave or he would kill her too. Then the child picked up her 1-year-old niece and ran outside. Neighbors recalled the moments they heard her screaming for help.
Llevaba una bebé, traía una bebé y ella no traía ropa. No traía ropa, estaba desnuda.
That child also told her her mom's boyfriend shot her sisters and her friend. The tragic incident happened Saturday night inside a home on 2nd Street in Galena Park. The following night, family, friends, and community members gathered to pray for the girls.
They were happy. They were happy girls. They're always smiling. Even if I feel bad, they always have a positive comment, a positive, even for her. Always. Both of them.
The mother of the 2 teens and 12-year-old did not want to speak on camera. She says she wasn't home when this tragedy occurred. She was at work. Now she's planning funeral services for 2 of her girls, struggling to accept 2 of her daughters and a family friend are all gone. Both families have created GoFundMe accounts to help with the funeral expenses, and church groups are also providing support to these families.
Boyfriends are not your babysitters, okay? And I'm going to continue to say that to hashtag mom's boyfriend, and I'm going to continue to push that message and just hope that we can maybe slow some of this down. And I just really want you guys to really just second guess what we're doing and who you're leaving your children around, okay? I think the only exception would be a husband, but that's if you're married. If he's legally married, then it makes him the legal father to your children at that point. Outside of that, if it's just a boyfriend, he ain't your babysitter, okay? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about that, especially the ladies out there. Let me know if I'm missing something. Maybe I need to tweak my message, but I think that's a pretty solid message. No marriage, no babysitter.